Hello guys, how are you? Hi, hello. How are you? I hope you are all well during the COVID-19 situation also. So stay safe, stay home, stay healthy. Don't go anywhere. So today today we are going to study about the degree of freedom. Do you know what is the degree of freedom? There are two words, degree and freedom. Now we are going to calculate the degree of freedom. First of all, we will study about the freedom. Do you know what is the freedom? Exactly meaning of the freedom. As usual, we know as usual we know about the freedom. Just like you can do anything whatever you want, or you can go where anywhere you want. That is we known as the freedom. Everyone like the freedom. Just like suppose you are at a station A, you want to go at a station B, you can go. There is no restrictions on that. You might be moved from by vehicle, by train, by aeroplane also. Now the thing here is that we have to measure the freedom. Is there any unit so that we can measure the freedom? Of course, answer is not. There is not any unit, or there is neither any method to calculate or to measure the freedom. So how we can calculate the freedom? If I ask someone how much freedom do you have, then what your will be answer? I don't think so you can measure the freedom. But there is a little bit twist in these things. We are going to measure the freedom in technical and mathematical point of view. So in that case, how you are going to study the or measure the freedom? For that purpose, we will first of all find out the meaning of a degree. As we know, what is the meaning of degree here? Of course, the meaning of degree is here measurement of something, measurement of units, or the measurement of quantities. That is known as the degree. But all these are measurements having the no units, no measurement units in this case. So remember, the degree of freedom do not have any units of measurement. We are going to study here the measurement in the technical and the mathematical point of view. So let us start. What is the degree of freedom? Degree of freedom. As usual, we know what is the freedom. Freedom means you have no restrictions. You can go anywhere. Suppose let's take a coordinate system. In this case, if there is a bar, now this bar can move anywhere. It can move along x-axis. It can move y-axis. It can move along z-axis. It can rotate about x-axis. It can rotate about y-axis. It can rotate about z-axis. It can do anything whatever that bar want. No bar that can move in any direction. Suppose let's take another one example. Let's take same bar. Now I want to define the position of the bar. Suppose I want to define the position of bar, then how many coordinates I require to define the position of bar? Simple way. I require the x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. Simultaneously, I require the angle making with x axis, angle making with y axis, and the angle making with z axis. So there are total overall 6 parameters I required in this case. How many parameters? 6 parameters are required in this case. Suppose when this condition occurred, we get when this bar is a free in a space. Suppose if we fix that bar in this case, if we fix that bar in this case, then how many degree of freedom it have? Of course, it have only 2 degree of freedom. How it can move in only y direction, that is up and down, or it can rotate in clockwise and the anti-clockwise direction about the y-axis, so that it can have only 2 degree of freedom. So how you can define the degree of freedom here? Simple way, degree of freedom means the measurement of movement. Suppose a body can move in how many directions, that indicates the degree of freedom. Or the body required to define our position in how many ways, that require the degree of freedom. Now I hope you will understand. Just remember, a free body in a space we have the 6th degree of freedom. Now we will take another one point. Suppose there is a point. Suppose let's take a point. In a point, suppose this is a P point. Now how many of degree of freedom it have? Just think for the 30 second or 1 minute, and just think about the how many of degree of freedom that point have. I think I expecting that all will get the answer, that is the 6. How? Point is also a body. Think about that. If we take a bar and bar is a body, similarly point is also a body. So point can also move in x direction, point can also move in a y direction, point can also move in a z direction, point can also rotate in x direction, point can also rotate in a y, and point also can rotate in a z direction. Similarly, we will get the point will also have the how many degrees of freedom here? 6. So I hope you will get the all meaning of the degree of freedom. So thank you, stay safe, stay healthy.